Good morning, Bloom listeners. And you are here to learn how to have joy in your to-do.
She has been dying to start.
That felt good.
Like anytime we pretend to start an episode, she's like, good. Actually, what she said was, good morning, San Francisco. I'm like, Lauren?
We are not in San Francisco, but we are on Bloom. So here we are with Kendra and Lauren.
We really are going to talk today about joy in your to-do list. That's what we're calling this episode because Lauren and I have long to-do lists. We have very busy schedules. We do a lot of things.
Let's be realistic. Is there days you get everything done?
Almost never.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the last time I was like, everything I have to do is done.
Check. Other things come up and life happens and things get busy and that's okay. But there's also a sense of having a routine and having direction in what you're doing and a why behind it. And just making sure you know how to, I want to say forgive yourself, but don't put so much pressure on yourself of how we do things.
Yes. Oh, that's such a good point. It feels like everybody has a lot to do. Even people who aren't busy. They're like, I have a lot I want to do, but I'm just not doing it.
Yes.
Or it's I have a ton to do and I just have no idea how to do it all. And really, that's kind of inevitable. And we want to help you have more fun doing the things that you quote unquote have to do.
Number one, wherever you work, if you work from home, if you work at the office, whatever you're doing, you need to create your space.
Number one in enjoying work more.
Honestly, you have to love where you're sitting all day. Let's be real. Is your chair comfy? Do you like your desk? Do you like your monitor? Do you like the position it's in? Do you like everything that's on your desk? Do you like your pens? I'm a pen person. I actually write in markers.
Yeah.
It's
okay. We still love you.
Okay.
You write in markers. It's weird.
Color
it's fine.
code everything. So here we are.
Well, I tell people that my office is one of my happy places. Mm-hmm. I have a little hammock in there. Now I have my lettuce grow in there, which is not necessarily my first choice, but I kind of love it at the same time. I've got all my crystals. I've got emerald green curtains because I love emerald green. Lauren and I have both really put in a lot of, in fact, she just said when they moved into this house, what did you tell Tony?
We are going to put as much money as we need to into our office.
We're going to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, because our office is literally where we spend all day, every day. We work from home. I've worked from home for 7 years. I do not know how to go into an office. I'm 100%.
I've talked about it. I'm like, maybe in the summer when my kids are home, I'll go get like office space, but I want to be in my office.
Yeah. When you sit in your chair and what you look at, it should be very pleasing. Yeah, it should make you feel good. This
is my space. Mm-hmm. Totally agree. Some people have stuff to like specifically for like,
Oh yeah.
You know, like the Zen sand?
Yes.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Is that?
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of makes me think of kitty litter because you're just like scraping through sand. But some people, it's very calming. Do you boo boo? But really, if you want to enjoy being at work more, then create your space at work.
Mm-hmm. That's like big number one, creating a good space.
Create your space. Oh, and Lauren made a good point for those of you who do work at home. She made a good point earlier when we were talking about this, and she's made it many times to me and to other coaches.
You do not want to mix the energy of your bedroom and your workspace because your bedroom at the end of the day is somewhere where you need to go.
Meaning don't work in your bedroom.
Yeah, you don't work in your bedroom.
Or like don't make it your workspace.
Yep, don't mix them. There's no mixing in there. Because the moment you end work and if you need to take 3 steps to hop into bed, you have not disconnected. That does not work. There is that physical thing of being able to shut the door at night. That's why me and Tony love having an office is we shut the door and work's over.
Oh, that's nice. And which is so important when you work from home.
Mm-hmm.
Because
you're in the day.
It's so easy to just keep working. I have a recommendation for people who may have like a studio
or
apartment
space,
or a tech space or whatever a tight space, not a tech space.
It could be a tech desk.
a tight tech space. For those of you who are full believers and supporters of energy and all of the ways that it exists. I actually have it right here. It's a selenite wand, and it is specifically, its purpose is to cleanse the energy of your space and other things. So you can have things like this, or you can have like your own little quote unquote ritual. It doesn't have to be airy-fairy or woo-woo, but do something to like energetically shift. So you're like, I'm done working, and we're like something that signifies that, whether you like light a candle or you close your laptop and put it away or something that you're just showing yourself that you're done working. Yep. I think that can be just as effective if you have to work in your room.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think on top of that though, if I'm gonna go one more step.
I'm in.
How do you visually like to see things written down?
Or do you like typing it?
Do you like typing it? Do you like writing it? Do you need to also type and write? Like, it's like being okay with creating whatever workflow you need to have fun at work too. Because like, I love typing in Trello. I will use Trello for anything and everything. But I take my Trello to do, and I love to handwrite it out because I love to physically cross things out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's a real science to that, honestly. When you check something off of your to-do list, it there's like a little serotonin
Tuning in to how proud I am.
Serotonin boost. There's a release of serotonin and dopamine when you're like, check.
Boom.
And actually, Trello, we're going to plug for Trello because we freaking love it.
Trello, I love you.
When you like click something off or move it, there's like little sparkles.
Yeah, it feels great.
Or like a little unicorn that goes across the screen and you're like, oh, wow, I'm amazing.
Boom.
Just a little extra dopamine for
Right?
you.
Seriously though. But it's like, take whatever you're doing and just make it yours so you have fun with how your workflow goes, honestly.
Which I think leads into another point that we want to cover, which is creating your routine.
100%.
Specifically creating your routine. Having a routine, I know for some people that really sounds restrictive.
Yes.
Used to feel the same way. But it is actually quite the opposite. Because what happens is, for example, if you have an hour and a half carved out for whatever it is, house chores, client work, exercise, you have your hour and a half blocked for whatever it is. When you're in that hour and a half, you are way more free to just do exactly what and you're not like, what do I got to do next? You're not distracted. You get more done. You're more effective, but you're also able to just be fully present and not thinking about what you're supposed to do next because you already have that block next. So after this hour and a half, my next block is to take a break. P.S. Scheduling breaks.
Yes, 100%. Whatever your break is. I always call it my shifting gears break. I give myself 10 minutes.
Ooh, shifting gears. Last night we were eating dinner and Doug, my husband, asked everybody, like, what are the 3 things that you hear your spouse say on a daily basis? And one of Lauren's, Tony was like, shifting gears.
All the time. I'm always shifting gears. I'm like, take my little break before I shift gears.
Shifting gears.
And guess what my shifting is? Amazon, which is not good.
Oh.
Or Pinterest.
Wait, do not say it's not good. It is good. We are big fans of Amazon. Amazon, you want to sponsor us? We sponsor you every day. We are keeping you in. We honestly could keep Amazon in business between the two of us.
Oh, it's great.
Okay, so creating routine, but then also specifically a routine that stimulates you, that works for you, not trying to fit into how someone else does it. Like, I am a big believer in morning routins.
Yes.
And I've, up to this point in my life, really pushed that on all of my clients. Like,
Same.
You need a solid morning routine. But at the end of the day, we are all different. And some people don't really do well in the morning. It doesn't have to look any certain way. That's the whole point of this. It's like, just be intentional about it. Which is exactly what a routine does for us.
Yep.
It's more intention in our day.
And it's also very rewarding when you're like, wow, I've stuck to that every day. And it shows you that you're able to do so much more than you think when it's just a very basic thing of like, every day I make sure to drink water before coffee. That right there, if somebody did that every day, they'd be like, wow, I literally held to that every day.
Yeah.
And it's a little boost for yourself.
A little dopamine boost.
A little toot there for you too, a little compliment.
A little toot.
Yeah. So
Okay.
keeping that in mind of like your routine is just something that's going to better you. So it could be super simple. It could be an order of you do things too. Whatever it is. If you like, I always say good morning to my dogs, then I drink some water, then I make my tea, and then I go get ready. Do you know what I mean? It's like whatever order it is, it can be super, super easy.
I love that. And also like the way that you schedule things. Like, some people like to be more spontaneous. And here's the fun thing about your routine and the schedule that you create for yourself is it's yours. So if something's not working, just change it.
Flip
like,
it.
Oh, I didn't finish my work in an hour and a half, and I gave myself an hour and a half to do it. It's like, cool.
All right.
Well, I'm in charge, so I get to extend that. And maybe you're not as in charge. Maybe you do have a very, very tight schedule, and that's okay. But just remember that if it's not working, you can change it. That's something important to remember. But also, just like maybe you're at home, you don't have a job, you don't have a ton to do. You're like, what is the point of like having a very set and scheduled routine? First of all, it really does help you fill your day with more intention.
Yes.
Try it, and make it like however you want. So if you're like, I want to have the first half of my morning, it could be hours. You could even just say morning routine, morning schedule. It doesn't have to have time attached to it. It doesn't have to be scheduled at every 15 minutes. I'm somewhere in between. I like having like more of a flexible, but like
some sort of structure to it, like a
right.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, but fluid, right? Just be flexible and be curious. Like, try stuff. If it doesn't work, that's okay. It's not a failure. It's not a failure if it doesn't work. You're just like, that didn't work. Interesting. Let's try something else. Let's be curious and see if this works instead. Take the pressure off of yourself to do it right the first time or to do it right at all, and just experiment and play around. Be curious, be playful with it.
I love it. Okay, so tell me then, what are 3 things you like to make sure to do every day?
Meditate.
Good.
I do meditate, and sometimes it is as simple as just sometimes I'm like, I don't have time. I feel like I don't have time to meditate today. So I try to be like, I can do whatever I want. This is my way to meditate today. I'm going to take some breaths. So I meditate. Now I have, this is new part of my daily routine.
Okay.
I go out and I water my garden.
Oh, that is
and
so
I water
soothing.
my plants.
I love watering.
And I make it
Yeah.
like a thing. Like, this is a moment, which is something we're going to talk about soon. And I go out and I talk to my plants. Good morning, veggies. Good morning, corn. Where are you in there? You know, and I have, my porch plants have names. We've got Begonia and Phil and Wanda. So I go out and we talk. I make sure they're moist but not soggy, because that's the instructions that I read online. So that's something else that I do. Moist
that
but
word.
not soggy. And I will get ready somehow. Once it's time to like sit down and work, I'll get ready, do something to show myself, that relationship I'm nurturing, that I'm shifting gears and it's time to show up for the day.
Good.
If I want to shower, I will end my showers with a cold shower, which is a whole episode we can do to cold showers. I got Lauren turned on to cold showers. Who got Tony turned on to cold showers?
Yep. I love them.
So love taking a cold shower. It really wakes me up, gets me going. So those are 3 things. Like, it's the first thing that came to my mind.
That's perfect.
There's a few things I do every day, but those are 3. What about you?
I love
What are 3 things you make sure you do every single day?
I would have to say I always drink my tea in the morning.
Oh, I love
My tea just makes me feel so good. I have that. We don't even have a coffee pot anymore.
Yeah.
I have
It's
a French
true.
press and that's it.
We made coffee this morning, and her only French presses are single
It's a single
serve.
cup.
So we had to make 2 little cute
Yep.
single serve. I was like, okay, this is different.
Right. I only do tea. I always do like 2 green teas, one Earl Grey, and 2 lemons. Like 2 slices of lemon. Like, it's very it's every time.
Do you put cream in your tea,
No,
or
I
do you
don't
do
like
lemon?
to.
That's not. I love it.
I need to try it. I know.
Get some good sugar-free sweet cream for your tea. It's good.
Okay. I can
Anyway.
do that. I always do that. I'm big on some sort of meditation. Sometimes for me that means sitting and doing one, which is great, and I love that. Or sometimes if I can't, music is really big for me, so I'll put on like a certain song or 2 that gets me in a good headspace where I want to be that day, and I listen to it while I get ready. So if I'm short on time, I'm like, you know what, for me, and they're usually calmer songs, or they're usually like no lyrics, no nothing. They're just a song for me that puts me in a good headspace of what I can do. So that's like my other form of meditation, I guess, in a way you could say. And then also probably the other thing is, if I don't shower in the morning, if I don't take like my cold shower in the morning, every night though I shower before bed because I sleep way better. I take a really hot shower before bed.
Oh, I love a good shower.
Makes me sleep. I notice my sleep when I don't shower right before bed. Every time.
Maybe that's what I need to start.
Oh, it literally will just like, even if I just rinse off and wash my face, like I literally will always take a really hot shower right before bed.
Night routines are also very helpful to getting a good night's sleep. So
Oh, yeah.
routine and this is a fun segue too. We're doing great at our silky segues today.
Silky.
We're doing some
I love it.
silky segues, because something else that we wanted to just bring into this conversation was creating a moment, any moment. And what we mean by that is, like, Lauren brought up her bedtime routine. Like, she makes it a moment for herself. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh.
Like the cozy, something about something cozy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Take my showers at night, but I also love, like, this probably I'm gonna sound so crazy. I don't know how to explain this. So like sweatshirts, I can look at one and be like, that one like feels comfy, and I don't even have it on, or that one looks comfy. Yeah, like, I want to feel that sweatshirt, and that's the sweats I want to be in. So like I put it on an outfit that has like matches with however I'm feeling. Me and Tony get our tea. We sit on the couch with our dogs. But our big wind down and where we can chat and brainstorm kind of, and really just like honestly stimulate our minds and feelings. We usually watch animal documentaries because animals are very interesting and I love it.
So non-threatening.
That, and they just think differently, and they do so much without saying anything. Wow. I love it. I don't know, but like for me, like I'm just big on like getting comfy, getting my hot shower, relaxing, washing my face, brushing my teeth, all that stuff.
Right.
But that's okay.
I almost dropped my ring.
That's all right. But I'm really big on just like honestly, it sounds funny, but I need to be in something that looks and feels
Cozy.
cozy. I'm big on being cozy.
Dude, I'm the same way when it comes
Socks.
to food. No, okay, that sounds weird. But
I
I'm
love
like,
socks.
when it's time to eat dinner or like a really good yummy meal or dessert, I want to be cozy. I'm like,
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
I gotta get my jammies on first because I gotta fully enjoy this.
Oh, yeah.
And I will only fully enjoy this in my jammies.
Yes, 100%.
Is that so funny?
It's like true though. That's why at night I'm like, I will look at all my sweatshirts. And I wear, dead of summer here in Texas, I wear a sweatshirt to bed every night.
I love it.
Every night.
The words that came to my mind as you were talking there is presence is what we're really creating. Mm-hmm. When we say create a moment, it's get really present and be in that moment. And Lauren does that by like, this is the sweatshirt that I want to wear. And feeling herself put the sweatshirt on. I mean, it's very meditative, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And the thing about this is that presence is joy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, joy is always available, and it is always in the present moment.
Yes. 100%.
When we can be present, even in sadness, we oftentimes try too hard to be too happy. And when you even lean into the sadness that you're feeling in a moment, you feel there's like a strange sense of joy that accompanies it because you are being present.
That's very true.
Presence and joy are synonymous, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we're creating these moments in our to-do list, in our everyday lives, we are entering more fully the present moment. And so we will experience more joy. Mm-hmm. That's really the equation. That's really the step-by-step process.
It really is. And it's as simple as like just knowing like certain little thing that can, if you're having a rough day, what do you need to do for yourself to like feel in a better spot? Like knowing yourself well enough and knowing what brings you joy to be like, I should probably go on a walk.
And knowing yourself. So I think too, like with routines and with our typical flow, we tend to be like, this is how I do things. But there are seasons of life and we need to lean into that. Like sometimes you'll be busier than other times. And sometimes you'll just be naturally feeling the go and the do and the, and you know, you just go with it is what I say. And sometimes you might be feeling more of like the be, and like you can adjust your schedule and your routine to match that.
100%.
It has a lot to do with the moon and your energy cycles. If you're a female, we're going to talk about that another time. But just knowing yourself and being like, this isn't working right now because I'm not able to be present. Something about this is not making me feel joy, which basically means I'm not able to be fully present. Like, what do I need to do?
Yep. So we talked about like creating your space at work or even at home. Also creating like the practices every day that you do to just put yourself in a good moment, a good space so you feel joy in what you're doing. But then also, how are you looking at everything throughout the day? Are you actually stopping to laugh and see and feel and like visualize and things like that? So, Kendra, what's your motto of life? Hit me.
My motto of life is laugh as often as possible. Because laughter is healing.
Yep.
When something's going terribly wrong, the absolute best thing you can do is laugh. Learn to like see the humor in it. And part of that comes in trusting that everything is working out for your highest good. Mm-hmm. So then you can look at it almost like, oh man, this is hilarious. I see what you're doing, universe. Or like even more tactical, like my husband and I went to get a massage one time and it was a terrible experience. Not going to get into it right now. Terrible experience. And the whole time I am like seriously suppressing laughter because I'm just thinking this is going to be a great story one day. And it is. It's a great story.
It's fantastic.
I'll tell you about it sometime. All y'all bloomers. Should we call people that? That's annoying, isn't it? How you doing, bloomers? Anyway, I just laughed and I didn't get mad. I wasn't upset feeling the waste of money. I just was able to let it all go because I was able to find the humor in it. And I want to tack that onto another idea too of the overwhelm that we can feel in our long to-do list. I think we probably could wrap the episode up talking about how to maybe shift perspective and how we do that. And we start to feel overwhelmed by our to-do list.
100%.
There's a quote in the book called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. The author is escaping my mind at this moment, but he says, when you die, your inbox will not be empty. Ooh, it doesn't matter how much you do. There will always be more to do. And that's honestly a sign of a good, exciting life. You'll always have more. As humans, we just naturally want to do more. We want to progress. We want to keep going. So the goal isn't to get all of the things done. It's to be fully present in the doing of the things, right?
I love that. Yes. 100%. Yeah.
So in the moments where I just did this 2 days ago. I remember I was sitting in my kitchen having a little snack and my kids were being very loud, and I had so much left to do, and I was just feeling it all like coming up, like feeling the heat in my face and just like, I'm so stressed, you know? And all I said to myself in my mind was, but my life is awesome. And what happened is my brain all of a sudden picked out all the reasons why my life is awesome. And it just came flooding in. And then all of a sudden my children being loud, it wasn't just my children being loud anymore. I could hear them laughing. And all of a sudden the to-do list was like, okay, but I'm starting a podcast with my best friend. This is amazing. And also all the things I have to do are things that I actually enjoyed doing. Mm-hmm. So why am I so stressed about it? My life is awesome. It was as simple as that. Just telling my brain what to see. My life is awesome. My brain's like, yep, and this is why. Mm-hmm. So that's a trick when you're feeling. I mean, it's basically choosing to be grateful, finding gratitude in the moment, finding the mantra that works for you that helps bring you into the moment of gratitude with gratitude. Mm-hmm. So that would be my advice. Lauren, what do you do, or what is something that you do? Because I'm sure there's lots of things we both do. What is something that you do when you start to feel overwhelmed by everything that there is to be done?
For me, it's very much so more, I'm like, okay, one, not all of us has to be done today. Let's all be real. Everything will get done, and I'm more just grateful to honestly have something to do.
Being grateful for something to do. Mm-hmm. That is a big one. Even in moments where, like, I'd like to have nothing to do.
But at the same time, I'm like, what would I do?
Would you actually like nothing to do?
No. Sometimes for a minute, maybe.
Maybe for a minute.
Like a half day, that's fine. Like me and Tony go on vacation to work.
I know, right? Like, just to like disconnect.
So here we are. No, I'm serious. Like, that's literally, there's that sense of like, if you know yourself well enough, like I know I love to be busy and do.
Yeah.
So my difference of how I look at it is like, it's not a checklist item. It's not just another thing to do and get off your plate. It's more like, this allows me to do X. Mm-hmm.
So seeing how it's like,
how
it's your partner, not your enemy. It really is, yeah. Your to-do list is your friend and not your enemy. That's really lovely. And I like to personify things too. I'm like, hello, little to-do list.
I know, I'm like, hello.
You're my friend.
I'm always like, action list, action items.
Yeah.
I get to do. I always call it a get to do.
Yeah, that is something that you say. I hear it a lot. Yeah. Like, get to do, especially when you set a goal for yourself. Like, sometimes we work with people who compete in bodybuilding competitions. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because it's definitely something that you put yourself into. When no one else is, like, we're not pushing our clients to compete. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Because it does take a level of, like, I really want to do this to, like, because it's hard. And so you just have to remind yourself that, I mean, there in anything, like, especially like, parenting, I think is a great one for this, because sometimes it can feel like, what the hell did I sign up for? Like, what is this? Yeah. What is going on? But it's like, wait, I get this. Like, there are people in the world who are desperate for a child, who are infertile, who have lost babies mid-pregnancy. Like, they're, you know, I don't know if that's always super helpful to hear when you're really stressed in the moment. It's like, great, like,
I know, but oh my God, but no, it's like
it is okay to be stressed sometimes.
It is, and you're gonna be, but it's just knowing how to calm yourself down for a minute. You know, it's not the end of the world
when you're ready.
Yeah, everything will be fine. You can ask Tony. I always say everything's fine. He's like, you always say everything's fine. I'm like, has it always been fine?
Yeah.
Yes.
It really has. And another mantra I have is everything is as it should be. And whether you believe it or not, sometimes I'm like, I don't actually know if I believe that, but I'm choosing to believe it right now.
Oh, yeah.
That things aren't working out right now because something better is coming. Or this is breaking because I need to pay attention to this instead, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's a little life lesson when something's not going right.
Trusting in divine timing and guidance and all that. Cool. Well, we could probably talk about this for the rest of our lives.
I know. I was like, wow, this is just a quick, short one for people. No, we're going to go.
We love this stuff. Look,
I know.
I can say with full genuine honesty that we have a lot of fun. We get a lot done.
Oh, yeah.
And we really enjoy ourselves. So it's something that we feel very passionate about. And it really, like, to simplify, because we've talked, let's just give a recap real quick. Like, creating your space.
Yep, huge.
And if you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, that would be your home and how it's decorated. If you work from home, it could be both. I decorate my house like 3 times a year. Redecorate it. Because I'm home all the time.
Same.
So creating your space, wherever it is that you are spending the most time getting stuff done, create it to be exactly what makes you feel alive and excited to be there. And be wary of mixing energies. So try not to have your workspace in your bedroom. But if you must, figure out a way to really shut off and like shift gears.
Shift gears, people.
And then creating a moment in any moment. That's really the overarching. We'll end with that because creating routine that stimulates you, figure out how a routine works for you. And then the overarching message is that really your goal is to be present in your doing of your to-do list because
100%.
joy lives in the moment. So be present and in the moment. And you'll enjoy whatever it is you have to do.
You really will.
Even if it sucks.
That's very true.
Like something that sucks for me is scrubbing my kitchen floor. I hate deep cleaning. I really don't like it.
I have a weird satisfaction with it.
Yeah, you can come scrub my floors. I hate it. So I was like, what do I like? I love listening to music really loud. So I'll bust out gangster rap. I don't know why, but when I'm cleaning, I just want to listen to like foul, vulgar beats. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, yeah. Not when I'm working out. When I'm working out, I like classical music. I'm weird, okay? But someone out there's got to relate. Okay, so you just be like, what? If you can't enjoy what you're doing, then add an element of something to it that will help you be in the moment and be present in it. And it naturally will lead to just enjoying it and being joyful in your to-do list.
I love it. It is. It's just as simple as that. So.
Okay, y'all. So your assignment for this next day.
Homework.
Create a routine. No, but really, we'd love to give you a little challenge to create some kind of routine. And like I said, be playful, be curious, see what works for you. Try a lot of different ways. Try having a physical calendar. Try doing it online. Try doing it on your phone. Do it with lots of markers like Lauren, so it's color coordinated. Create some kind of schedule and routine to help you be more present in your day and get more done. And then step into the moment as you're doing it and enjoy the joy that lives there. And then tag us on our Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram. It's the.bloom.podcast. Tag us in your story, doing something, creating your routine, setting yourself up for success and for joy. And then we'd love to see it.
We would.
We'd love to share it. Yeah.
Enjoy.
Have fun. All right, that's it. Don't forget to subscribe. We will see you next time with another awesome episode to help you bloom. Okay.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
See ya.